What's up everyone, hope you had a great day. Leave the concept here, and today this is part 4 of my ultimate beginner's guide. We're going to talk about weapons, the height of multiplayer and other miscellaneous stuff. So when you first begin your MEA multiplayer journey, you'll be greeted with a screen with various HUD elements like this one. On the top left going across you will see your Apex rating. Now the Apex rating isn't important to you if you're just starting out. It's just a very rough guideline on how many unlockables you have and how far you've progressed in the Mass Effect Andromeda Multiplayer part of the game. The higher your Apex rating you have, the more you've played and unlocked and the more you've leveled up characters. It's a very basic way of judging on how long a person has played the game and doesn't necessarily reflect skill level. Andromeda points are your in-game currency purchased with real-life currency. Andromeda points are used to purchase packs, which unlock character classes, character class cards, weapons and consumables. More a bit of that later on. Top right are your multiplayer credits, which act as your in-game currency to purchase packs that way. On the top right most, you have the mission funds, which are acquired from strike teams. I won't go into what strike teams are right now, I'll go them in a bit later on, but mission funds as of this moment are only used to purchase equipment and other consumables from the store. Equipments are permanent gear upgrades that you can bring on any class to a mission for bonus effects. Next up on the right hand side is your multiplayer menu, where you have your quick join, which allows you to join the next available match whether it's just started or in progress. You choose your difficulty to join from bronze, silver, gold or any difficulty. Next up we have custom match. Now custom match allows you to create or join a match with advanced settings. These advanced settings allow you to choose which mission to play. These missions are the strike team missions, which you can do with strike teams instead, which I'll explain a bit later in this section. Which map you also can play, which difficulty, which enemy type you want to fight against, and the match privacy settings allowing you to create public or private matches. You can also join matches of your specific settings. Next up we have the character selection, which shows all the current classes available in the game, sorted by rarity. At the bottom you can see there's a sort by rarity with the C key for the PC, which cycles through each rarity and displays classes of that rarity. Clicking once on a class previews the class's skills and powers, and double clicking the class picks the class for play / customizable options. Next up we have the character customization, where you can choose your weapons, consumables, skills, power upgrades and equipment. I'll do a video or have a part explaining that a bit later on, as I don't want to make this part too long. Next up we have the Prestige, which is the section for achievements and challenges, collections, the leaderboard and bonus stats. Challenges reward nameplates which you can equip to show off in your lobby. Collections are your overview of what you have collected in the game and can be collected. Leaderboards are self-explanatory, and the bonus stats are a very minuscule thing. Bonus stats are basically rewarded when you have a character that reaches level 20, and if you keep leveling you will get EXP towards your bonus stat. The bonus stat themselves are small that I would not recommend you keep track of them. It's much better to play whatever class you want than to focus on one type just for that bonus stat. Tutorials are very self-explanatory, being the very quick primer to MEA multiplayer, and by very quick I mean very quick. With strike teams being under it, strike teams I'll explain a bit later on. Moving past that is the store, which you buy packs. Again, I'll explain the store a bit later on. Now there are two ways to level up your character. The first one is the most obvious and requires the least explaining, and that is the experience gained from doing missions. The higher the difficulty, the more experience you get, with the max level being level 20. Now the second one is known as character cards or cards. You get these cards from the store from packs, and each character and mod and weapon has a max rank of 10. The game uses not numbers but Roman numerals for showing what rank a character, mod or weapon cards are at. For each character's even level 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 will reward additional skill points, +3 or +4 depending on which rank in particular, while each odd level will reward cosmetic appearance in the Appearance tab in the character customization in the HUD. For weapons and mods, each rank will increase the stats of the weapon and make it better, while increasing the value and strength of the mod. In packs you will often get consumables. Now there are two types of consumables: boosters, which you equip in your character customization to make an area of your character more efficient, and actual consumables you use in combat. Boosters can range from having high weapon damage to boosting power potential to increasing EXP gain from matches. There are a lot of boosters, so instead of covering each one, it's best to see which one fits your playstyle and play around them. There are 6 types of boosters: ammo, weapon, offensive, defensive, power, and progression. Consumables are things you use in combat to get an edge or get you out of trouble. Now we use 4 consumables, and they are Cobra Missile, which deals a large damage in an area. This does not insta-kill certain higher health mobs, fired straight from your device in your hand, so it doesn't require you to switch weapons. Revive Pack, now this instantly revives you upon downing. Ammo Resupply instantly refills your reserve and magazine ammo. Health Pack, which instantly restores full health and shields. These have 2 uses in each match. When you first start off, you get more of them from packs, and you can get up to a max of 5 of each to bring in matches with upgraded capacity, the same way you get character cards when they are upgraded. The store has packs you can buy with either Andromeda points or multiplayer credits. You can buy supply, basic, advanced, expert and premium packs, with each giving items of different rarity. You can also purchase the full consumables at the item store tab. However, this is highly not advised if you are just started, as you get these from packs as well. The only thing you would be inclined to buy are the equipment that are rotated every week or every second week that applies to the permanent bonus that I talked earlier. If you complete the challenges or get rewarded a pack, you will receive it at the rewards tab next to the item store tab. The main use of the store is to buy packs from the packs tab. Now packs correspond to each level/rarity and give rewards respectively. First of all, you need to ask yourself what you want to acquire and take into consideration your credit gain from playing multiplayer. After all, it is quite silly to save up all your credits to buy a premium pack if you are only playing bronze matches and you are just starting out. Supply packs are your to-go to buy when you want large amounts of consumables and low-level boosters. Basics will be your to-go-to for max and commons, advanced for uncommons, experts for rares, and premiums for the highest chance of unlocking ultra rares. These different rarities affect the character and character cards, weapons and mods you get. As of this moment, there are no ultra rare weapon mods. It is widely regarded by the community when you first start off, the best way to spend your credits is to use them on basic packs, to max out your common characters, weapons and mods. Since you will have the access to the common weapons and characters, having your characters start off with more skill points and having the common weapons have better stats will increase your overall effectiveness in battle when you are starting out. Now, assuming you are making the transition to silver and after you maxed out your common gear, you will then want to start buying advanced packs for all the uncommon character cards, weapons and mods. Since you don't start off with an uncommon character, you actually may want to buy advanced packs early to try and fish for one. As for experts versus premiums, these are the packs you want to buy when you are frequently running gold missions and you have stocked up on commons and uncommons. Now, there is some debate about whether you want to buy experts or premiums, so I'll give my advice. If you are using real money to buy Andromeda points, you definitely want to spend them on premiums. As for which is better between expert and premiums, if you want to max out your rares, then you would want to get experts. What I did, however, was forgo experts and buy premiums, as they have a higher chance listed for unlocking ultra rares. Now, the community collected data suggests that experts still give a higher chance for ultra rares, but I'm only speaking from my anecdotal evidence. I have had a more pleasant experience unlocking ultra rares from premium packs. Since BioWare / developers of the game gave no statistics or actual data about the drop percentages, it's really up to you or up in the air for about what is best. When you first are starting off, you will have access to the basic weapons. Avenger for assault rifle, Viper for sniper rifles, Katana for shotgun, and Charger for the submachine gun, but it's still in the pistol category, and Predator for pistol. Now my recommendations are the Charger for close to medium range and the Viper for long range. Each class has 2 slots to equip weapons, and there are no class restrictions on any of the weapons. However, every weapon has a weight value, and each class has a weight capacity strength, or limit. Now, as long as you stay within the class's weight capacity, you maintain 100% ability recharge time, meaning your recharge times does not get affected or penalized. Once you start to exceed your weight capacity, you begin to suffer penalties to all of your abilities' recharge times. Each weapon also has 2 modification slots, which allow you to enhance certain elements of a weapon, such as magazine size, damage, or cover penetration. There are 4 main weapon types, and they are assault rifles. Assault rifles are designed to be effective at medium to long ranges, and they range from fully automatic spray horses like the Revenant to a DMR type marksman weapon like the Sandstorm. Sniper rifles. Now sniper rifles are designed to be effective at long ranges and range from single shot high damage weapons like the Ishray to rapid fire automatic sniper weapons like the Raptor. Note that sniper rifles suffer a damage penalty when hip fired as opposed to using a scope. This penalty can be avoided at close range by quote unquote quick scoping, which is scoping it in immediately before firing the weapon. Shotguns. Shotguns are designed to be effective at close range and range from low capacity, high damage weapons like the Dun to a fully automatic shotguns like the Piranha. Next up we have pistols. Now pistols are designed to be lightweight weapons effective at all distances and range from the short range, fully automatic submachine gun type like the Hurricane to high damage hand cannons like the Sidewinder. Viper and Charger are actually the best common weapons in the common category. Charger at rank 10, to which people refer to as Charger X with a Roman numeral, performs decently even at gold difficulty, and I'll even still see people using that weapon in gold. Viper X, while not nearly as common in gold, still performs well enough for a common weapon. You can use the Avenger assault rifle if you aren't comfortable with the Charger at bronze, but I would not recommend using that at gold. Once you get into uncommons and silver territory, you can continue using a Charger / Viper combination, or start gaining uncommon weapons and start using them yourself. There are a few uncommons that I definitely think that require mentioning, and they are the Raptor sniper rifle and the Disciple shotgun. They are fairly good weapons to use at silver. The uncommon rarity Cyclone is also nice if you can get used to the Charger before firing. However, if you don't have any of these, you can always try out whatever uncommon you receive and see if you're comfortable with it on silver. Once you get up to gold, you will quickly notice that a lot of the available weapons will be shelved and some significantly outperform others, even at their specialized categories. It's kind of hard to give information of what weapons are good to use, but here is a very rough outline of what is gold viable. Some weapons, while in a different weapon category, actually perform as if they're in another weapon type. Therefore, you will see a weapon listed in a different category. This is because it performs as if it is in that different category. The best sniper rifle type weapons are the Vanquisher, Inferno, Black Widow, Valiant, Ishray, and Lanat. The best assault rifle type weapons are Raptor, Indra, Revenant, and the Thonkin. The best shotgun type weapons are Talon, Scattershot, and Piranha. The best SMG type weapons are Charger, Hurricane, and Equalizer. The best pistol type weapon is Sidewinder. Now there are 2 other weapons that don't fit in either categories, and they are the Scorpion and the Falcon. The Scorpion and the Falcon are kind of like AoE projectile weapons, and they take a bit getting used to, but they are very good weapons, and I think they are definitely gold viable. Now if you want to really get into the nitty gritty of which is rated higher, I recommend checking out Antarctic Wildlife / Salsa Dips video on weapon tier, which is a community rated poll for each weapon's tier for use on gold. The basic principle of strike teams is that you manage a quote-unquote team to send on missions much like you would go on a mission in multiplayer. These earn you mission funds, and some missions that you send your strike teams on are playable in the multiplayer. Some of these missions are playable and have different modifiers for different things like weapon damage or EXP gain. They have the same difficulty system as the current iteration of multiplayer, being bronze, silver and gold, and the success of the team is based on their level and traits. Traits are bonuses earned from completing successful missions. However, you can also earn negative traits that reduce the percent chance that your team can complete certain missions. While I don't overly focus on traits, you may wish to. What I will say is that traits affect certain missions. For example, if your team gets a positive trait that lets them deal with outlaws better, then in a mission that has them go up against outlaws, that team gets a bonus. The reason that I don't focus on this trait is because I'd rather just focus on the percent chance to succeed, which shows the overall effectiveness of that team on a mission. After all, the trait just really affects the percent chance the team has to succeed on the mission. You start off with one level 1 strike team, which you obviously send off on bronze. I currently have 5 strike teams, and I'll tell you how I got to where I am. So what I did is I instantly brought another strike team, so I had 2 teams, and then I start sending them both off to bronze. So let's say strike team 1 now has a 50% chance to succeed at silver because of the level ups from succeeding in bronze, and strike team 2 only has 40%. I will now send strike team 1 to silver and strike team 2 on bronze. Strike team 1 will either succeed or fail. Now if your silver team fails, then I'll recheck which team has a high percentage for silver. Your team that was doing bronze would most likely have succeeded, and since your silver team didn't succeed, your bronze team might have a higher chance now because of maybe more EXP and level up. If the bronze team does have a high chance, then you just switch over. Now if your silver team passes, your silver team will now have accumulated a large EXP bonus from silver than bronze, and you should have a higher percent chance to complete silvers now for that silver team. That team that just completed silver will be your main silver team, and your bronze team will continue to do bronze. After a while, I would buy another team and I would repeat the process until I got a team that had a 40 to 50% chance to succeed in gold. This is pretty much how I tackled my strike teams and ended up with, as of this moment, 2 teams that can consistently do gold, 2 teams for silver and a team for bronze. Now while you do get negative traits, I have only ever received 2 total negative traits as shown. I have seen someone post a picture where they have gotten over 5 negative traits. You only get negative traits if you critically fail a mission, so you just stick to those 40 to 50% chances like what I did and you should do fine. Now there is a very in-depth strike team guide done by a user called Randall0308, and if you want to learn more, because I actually have skipped over some stuff like buying equipment because I don't think that's really necessary. I only bought equipment because I just overstocked on mission funds, so if you want to read about that, I'll link to the description down below. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content and the guide. Next one will be part 5, which is the last part, and that's about gameplay, game sense and advice. And there will also be obviously a video for bronze, silver and gold using one of the basic classes and a guide that I created for it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you do, stay tuned. If not, I still love you guys and I'll hope to see you next time.